Hello, and welcome to a new podcast called Talkin Games. I am Dennis Alonzo, and with me is my best friend, Matthew Baker.
Hello.
All right, so since nobody knows who the hell we are, we should introduce ourselves. Why don't you go first, Matt?
Well, let's see. I live Middle Eastern, U.S., play some games, do some farming. I play more games than farming. Let's see, sarcastic, sadistic, not really at all. I don't know, man. I got nothing.
Are you typing or something? Because it's really coming out, like, through the mic.
So what?
Are you typing or something?
Nope.
Oh, because it's really coming, like, there's a noise, like something scratching coming out through the mic.
Something scratching? Is it? I've got nothing. Nope.
Well, it was while you were talking. Anyway, well, just a quick explanation. Me and Darks, I call him Darks because we met in Final Fantasy 14, and we've been friends ever since. We actually live in different states, and the reason why he might sound a little weird is because he's actually talking through Skype, and it's being recorded through my mic, and so that's why my voice might come out a little clearer. Anyway, just a little bit more info about us and myself. I am living in the southeastern part of the United States, and me and Darks are around the same age. We're like, how old are you again?
22.
I am 22?
22.
Really?
Yep.
I thought you were only a year younger than me.
I don't know, man.
How old are you going to be this year?
I'm going to be 23 this year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then you are. Wow. I thought I was 24 already. I'm going to turn 24 this year. Wow. I don't know what the hell is wrong. Like, I honestly keep forgetting. Like, for some reason, I'm so eager to be 24 that I'm already counting myself as 24 when I'm still 23.
I don't know, man. I thought I was 24 this past week. Like, I was talking to somebody about my age, and at one point they said they were 25. I was like, oh, man, like, yeah, you and I are about the same age. I'm 20. Oh, wait, I'm 22.
Well, technically, you're still around the same age.
I mean, yeah, but, you know.
Anyway, well, this is called Talkin Games, and we haven't talked about games yet, but it's only 3 minutes in, and we are still in our introduction because nobody really knows who we are. So, just a quick note about our name. Yes, there is a G missing. That's because those G's are replaced with us two. Not gangsters, but gamers. I guess we should start off with talking about our game experiences. Darks, you want to... sorry. I keep calling you Darks. Again, Darks was his...
Matt or Darks, either one.
Well, I should call you Matt since, it would be better. But, again, we met in Final Fantasy 14, and his character name was Darks, is Darks, and I continuously call him Dark sometimes. So, anyway, it's Matt. So, Matt, what game experiences do you have? Like, what consoles do you have? What consoles have you played, and what do you primarily play on, or what type of games do you primarily play?
For the most part, I stick to. I do love my consoles. I have an Xbox 360, and I've got my Wii U. Previously Wii, of course, and I do love them so, but for the most part I do PC gaming. I have a lot of different PC games through Steam or so on and so forth.
Are you wiping something?
How could you tell?
Because it's coming out pretty clear through the mic.
Well, I apologize for that. Oh, it's on my monitor. Oh, hello. No, there's dust on my monitor. I was wiping it off. Apparently I shouldn't do that while we're recording.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Anyways. So, continuing, I do a lot of PC gaming, and in fact, that's actually the game that Dennis was mentioning that brought us together per se.
Aww.
Aww.
That's so
To
gay.
start with, we had Final Fantasy, or I guess, had Final Fantasy 11. Dennis also played, I believe.
Yes, I did.
Thought so. Just on a different server, so we didn't know each other back then, but of course that was the game that led me to Final Fantasy 14.
As did I. As did I.
Yep. So that, of course, would be our beginnings as friends. So I guess Final Fantasy 11 is kind of where it all started, which, again, is an MMO. So I guess you could also say I like MMOs and RPGs. I'm pretty diversified as far as games go. My general thing that I go with is MMOs and RPGs, but I do like other games. Shooters are good every once in a while, and racing games even are fun, but if I'm going to play a racing game, I prefer something like Need for Speed Underground 2, where it's racing, but you also have a massive amount of customization for cars and such. Anyways, how about you?
Well, as for me, I'm also a big RPG fan. I started my gaming fairly early. I don't know what was like the first console you started with?
Oh shoot, man!
NES, Sega, Genesis.
Heck, it'd have to be the Game Boy, Pocket Game Boy.
Game Boy Pocket. Oh, you're a Game Boy Pocket too?
Yeah,
that
man.
was the first Game Boy I had as well. Was the Game Boy Pocket, but like I started way back in the NES era. Well, technically, when I was born, the NES era was kind of already going into the SNES, but I did. My first console was NES, and honestly, like I didn't like play hardcore NES like a lot of really old school gamers, mainly because I was like 1 or 2, and like I played a lot of Duck Hunt and Super Mario Brothers 3. My first NES console that was mine only was the SNES. I got for my birthday with Donkey Kong Country, and then from there, we went on from there to N64. I also got a Virtual Boy for my birthday one year, and as bad as people make it, it was a pretty bad console, but I really loved it when I first got it. But yeah, I'm a big Nintendo fan, just to let people know, like right now. But I am a universal gamer. I've owned PlayStation 3s, 360s, the Xbox I've owned all PlayStation 1 and 2, and I just Nintendo's just more like close to my pretty little gamer heart because it's just something I prefer. But that doesn't mean I don't play all of the games. But mainly I'm an RPG fan. I do like some MMOs, but mainly I played Final Fantasy 11 for like 7 years, and I played Final Fantasy 14 for a while as well, on and off. And yeah, that's pretty much my gaming history.
I will side with Dennis on the Nintendo thing. As far as systems, like I said, I play mostly PC, but I definitely like Nintendo's where I was growing up. That's what my parents always loved. They thought they're quite religious kind of people, and they thought that PlayStation was more of a mature-rated games and such, like more of a mature audience, and Nintendo is more kid-friendly. Honestly speaking, it really is, but like that doesn't ruin Nintendo at all. They do the game, like I won't go into it, but definitely side with them on that one. Nintendo's great.
Yeah, though I will have to, I do agree in some instances that Nintendo games are more meant not for children but for everyone. I believe that's right. They make it for everybody, and the problem is that sometimes people don't realize that that's Nintendo's first party games, and third party they could still make more mature games for Nintendo consoles, but I digress. That's a whole different topic for something else. And I just also want to point out real quick something off topic that I do apologize for any background noises you may hear. I do own 3 dogs, so you might hear them like whimpering or barking or something. For now, this being our first podcast, we are, experimenting on how to do the different recordings. As of now, I'm just doing the bare, MacBook Air, what's it called, the mic, as well as, we're just toying around with just having Matt here being recorded through Skype off of the speakers of my MacBook. For the most part, it sounds good, but hopefully Matt will stop wiping and doing shit while he's talking, so it would stop coming out through his mic. But yeah. So,
aside from that, you may hear some interference from my end as well, not just from me wiping at the mic up there, but aside from that, I don't know who the heck is doing it, but I do live with my younger brother, my father and mother, and my older brother and sister-in-law will visit once in a while. At the moment, somebody up there has apparently gone insane and is randomly beating the floor. I keep hearing knocking on a wall. Not really sure what the heck they're doing, but, that's the thing.
Well, as far as from my part, I'm not really picking that up too much, so you're fine there.
Okay.
Well, I guess that's good for introductions, and again, at least everyone will know that this is kind of like we're it's not staged. We don't have like a studio, or we don't have like expensive equipment or anything yet. So,
but with your help, we can get there.
Yeah. So, we're this is pretty like ground floors type stuff, and for our first podcast, I don't really, I hope nobody really expects like some super high quality stuff coming out for now, and at least hopefully for anybody who's listening at all, and hopefully there are people listening. But I guess we should move on to some stories of any game related stories we may have that we've done this week. You have anything?
Well, as I was talking about yesterday, I mean, this will be the first formal time, and at this point it's a day behind, but Flappy Birds, by this point, should be off the market, off the Android market, so if you didn't get a chance to download it, it is gone now, or, theoretically, I haven't actually checked. But the guy, the creator, says that he was tired of all the problems, people complaining about it, and how many people were playing it and everything, and decided he was going to remove it off the market. So as long as he stuck to what he said, it's at this point gone.
Honestly, though, I think it's more of a marketing thing. Like I was just reading the article this morning, and it was saying how I thought it was $50,000 a week. He's making $50,000 a day, like Woo. On ads. So, like within a week, what was that? That's $350,000 a week. So that's a lot of money to give up. And honestly, it seems that this is more of like a marketing, like press. The kind
of thing where you're like, well,
why is he taking it off? Or blah blah blah.
Well, take it down, and then here in a week, be like, well, due to everyone wanting it so bad, and like honestly speaking, for me specifically. Like, I heard he was taking it down and immediately said to myself, oh, well, in that case, I'm going to download it.
Yeah, exactly. And on top of that, it's like, even though he's taking it off the market, I'm guessing the ads are still going to pop up and he's still going to get the money for those ads. Yeah. And he's not dumb. Like, a game like that isn't going to live, that long. It's a really simplistic game, even though it has, like, that really hard difficulty to it. It'll wear off pretty soon, but if he by doing something like saying he's gonna take it off the market and not really explaining exactly why he's doing it, because he's vaguely giving out information, but not really saying why he's doing it, and it creates that mystery. And on top of that, like you said, everyone's like, "Oh, well, I should download this right away before they take it off." And he gets all that revenue from those ads still, if the ads are still on him. And he also said that he was going to continue making games. So now, like, people look him up. They look up what works, what he's done, and they'll be waiting for his new game and whatever, and download it, etc., etc. And he just makes money, like a lot of money, like right there.
Yeah. So yeah, again, I mean, I definitely thought the first thing I thought was that the guy was just being like, I don't know, per se, if I had something succeed like that, I was making that much money, I'd probably just be like, oh, well, I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. So, like, that was the first thing I thought he did, but I definitely would agree it does look like a marketing move.
I do too. Like, I really do believe it's like a marketing type thing. Well, I guess, let's move on to another topic. I do have a story about this week. Bravely Default came out on the 3DS on Friday. Unfortunately, I'm a big, it's like the double, I don't know, it's like the double awesomeness for me because it's a Nintendo game on the 3DS exclusive, and it's a Square Enix game, and I'm a big fan of Square Enix and freaking Nintendo. So, obviously, I was very excited for this game. But more, I wanted the collector's edition of Bravely Default. And because I kind of went on the word of somebody told me they would have it at the Best Buy nearby in stores when it came out, I didn't pre-order it on Amazon or anything. So when the game came, like a couple of days before the game came out, everyone was talking already how the collector's edition was pretty much sold out everywhere. And I was not able to even get a copy. I was kind of lucky just to get a regular copy because when I went to Best Buy, I was actually working on Friday, and I was in a different city, and I ended up going to a Best Buy nearby to get it, and they only had 2 copies of the regular up, so I was able to get that, and on Saturday I run the Street Pass Raleigh NC here, so I had set up an event the month before for Bravely Default, and it was pretty fun. Not a lot of people, show up, but it's the smaller groups. I actually talked to the guy who created the Street Pass NYC, and that one's pretty big. And he actually sent me a message he contacted me through the Raleigh NC Street Pass, and we emailed each other. And I told him, I wished one day we could probably have a nice sized group like they do up in NYC. And he was telling me, it's actually the smaller groups that are the better ones, because when you're in a smaller group, you don't really have to organize everyone. You could just play together and play like Mario Kart, 8 players, Bomberman, and that's exactly what we did. We played Mario Kart, we played Bomberman, we did a couple of games together. We talked, traded Pokemon, etc., and it was pretty fun.
Nice.
So yeah.
What? Have anything else on that, or?
No, that's all I got on that. Just buy Bravely Default.
Unless if you're broke, in which case, sell your soul, sell your kidneys.
Yeah, sell a kidney. It's
Yep.
you only need one.
Yeah, you've got to.
Yeah, you got to. Here's another thing. I was thinking of just now. I was thinking, what if we did the opening to the thing in the movie trailer voice?
Yeah, I actually really expected you to do the opening in the movie trailer voice. Whenever you didn't, I was kind of surprised.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, but I thought, hey, let me just try regular, and just now, I was thinking, I was like, wait a minute, maybe I should have done it. I should have done the thing. Because I think yesterday I really was thinking of like doing it, and then I decided to do it in regular voice. But
well, now they've met you. Give them a taste of your movie trailer voice, and maybe from now on, give the opening a movie trailer voice until somebody tells you you've overused it and need to switch to something new.
All right,
it won't happen, but
well, here's a little demo then as to how we would probably open the podcast in the movie trailer voice.
Welcome to Talkin Games.
Oh man, my voice is a little
yeah,
dry.
no, you're a little rusty there.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a while. Let me try that.
You sound better than a movie guy.
Let's see.
Two sides, one fight. Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger in Hey, That's My Chocolate Milk. Coming soon.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I gotta practice that a little more before I lose it.
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah, if I don't do it for a while, I gotta do like a warm up on it.
Yeah, warm your pipes up there.
Yeah, but I guess we can. I am gonna create like an email or should I say? Well, yeah, I'm gonna create an email for our podcast, and like I'm also gonna create a Twitter account as well. So I'm actually even thinking. I guess I should tell you right now, but I'm planning on doing a giveaway for like the podcast. I'm not sure how exactly it's gonna work, but I'm thinking either doing it like after a certain amount of people who follow us on Twitter and I'll give away I have an extra Link Figma figure that's just laying around. I have two, and I was thinking of like maybe giving it away for like some promotion for our podcast. What do you think?
Sounds good to me. I mean, like, I would agree with you. We should definitely wait until we get a bit more of a following, and maybe run a promotion, tell your friends kind of a thing, and
Yeah.
Anybody out there is listening has any friends, they could go tell them. If not, find friends.
Yep. Yeah.
Buy friends with the money you get from your kidney.
Yeah. Or go on an MMO and make a friend.
Yep.
Yeah.
MMOs, great places to make friends.
Yep. Also, great place to find out that not all female characters are female.
Yep.
That is a very hard lesson to learn, especially when you're younger.
Yeah, man.
Like when you're more naive, because I started playing Final Fantasy 14 when I was 11. Started playing 11 back in 2004 when I was 14. I just turned 14 actually when I started playing. So I was a bit naive at the time, and honestly, I was more like I had it was even worse that the female characters that I did meet were actually females, which is quite odd.
Yeah, a joke.
Yeah, like it that's why it was even worse for me, because like I was like, hey, so all female characters are like female in real life, because like I had made a couple of friends and they had female characters and they were actually girls, and like we even added each other on MySpace at the time. So like it was kind of creepy eventually to find out, like I think the first person I found out that was really a guy was there was this female character, and she was a Mithra, which is, for people who don't know, it's a cat person character, like a female cat character. So the hell was that?
Fireplace.
Interesting.
Fire's going.
Yeah, Darks, if you don't know, lives in a castle out in the Midwest.
Yep.
And yeah, he has a fireplace and whatnot. Anyway,
it's not really a castle. I do live by a castle, though. Cool story.
Interesting. Well, we'll probably have to save that for for our Talkin News if we ever decide to do that.
Mm-hmm. We will have Talkin News occasionally, hopefully, as long as we can find something newsworthy.
Yep.
So keep your eyes open for those.
Back to my Final Fantasy 11 story. So yeah, I had known this person who played as a Mithra. Again, it's a female cat hybrid race, and he was like, this person was flirting with me when we were in like a party together, killing monsters and stuff. And so I had asked somebody who knew them. I was like, hey, so this like person is flirting with me or whatever. Like, should I do something? Should I act on it? And the guy was like, hey man, that's a dude. It's like, wait, what? It's like, yeah, that's a dude. Like, he's always telling our group, like, I guess you would call it a guild, and if you don't, but he's like, yeah, he's always like trolling people and stuff like that. And I was like, what the hell? Like, I like, how many people actually? And the funny thing is that this person who I was talking to also played as the female Mithra character, and I always assumed it was a female as well. And he goes, yeah, like, and I'm like, why would people do that? He's like, I do that. It's like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, like, I'm a guy in real life. I was like, wait, what? And from then on, I was like, I eventually came up with my rule: assume everyone's a guy online. That's a great way for any noobs going out there to play an MMO. Assume everyone is a guy unless proven otherwise. And like, even then, assume it's a guy.
Yeah, let me throw my 2 cents in here too.
All right.
I actually also started Final Fantasy XI as a Mithra. I can tell you, whenever you spend hours playing a game, sometimes it's nice to be staring at a chick all day instead of a dude. So I can definitely say I also did this. But as a rule, unless if you do TeamSpeak, Ventrilo, they are chat clients, something akin to using Skype or something, just talking to them, hearing their voice. If you hear somebody talking and you can say, oh yeah, that's a chick, then you know. Otherwise, never assume.
Exactly. And honestly, I just want to bring this up. The whole thing about like a guy who plays like a female character just because he gets tired of like staring at a male character. Honestly, I don't really see that. Like, I personally do not understand like the logic in there, because when I play an RPG, I want to assume the role of the person I'm playing. You know what I mean? So
right. Well, hold up though. You know, my most recent characters have all been male. Like, this was back whenever I was 12 or something, and as a kid, like, I'm not assuming the position of the character or anything. I was just playing because a friend told me to play. Like,
well, yeah, like I'm not arguing with you. Like, for your decision. I just wanted to bring up the topic as to, like, because we both have a mutual acquaintance, who shall remain nameless for now, but it is from our free company, who we had to kick out eventually. So
I don't remember their name, honestly.
Huh?
I don't even remember their name, honestly. I know who you're talking about, though.
Anyway, so he's actually a real life friend of mine, and like through me, he met Darks on Final Fantasy 14. So this person, what's it called? He plays female characters on like almost everything he does, and like we have constant arguments about that, whether or not, like, are you assuming the role of the character or like what? Because his argument is that he gets tired of, he doesn't want to stare at a dude all the time. I'm like, well, the thing is that when you play an RPG, you're assuming the role of the character. That's my view on it. And if he's assuming the role of a female character, that means deep down inside, he secretly wants to be a female. So, like most of the times I'm poking fun at him, but really for me, like that's how I feel like when I play an RPG, like my character, I want to feel like that's me. Like I like everything I do in the game, I pretty much do it as something that I would want to do, you know? So, like that's not to say that I haven't made like female characters. Like I've made female side characters to hold items or sell stuff for me because sex appeal sells even in games.
Yep.
So I understand for that part, but for the most part, like I honestly believe that people make female characters for like two reasons. One, they secretly want to be a girl, or two, they just love trolling guys. Like that's my 2 cents as to the real reason. Like I could be wrong, that's my opinion, but honestly, deep down, you're either kind of wanting to be able to be a girl, or you really just love trolling people. There
is one third option you're not adding in there.
Which is?
You're a horny teenage boy.
Yes, that's also true.
There you go.
Virtual boobs are virtual boobs.
Oh man, are they?
Yeah.
Like if you're over in a corner with a chick character, like hiding in a corner dancing to yourself, like you know what's going on.
This is my girlfriend Sally. Dance emote, dance.
I will take a moment here back a little while. You did say you were talking about Bravely Default, and you are a fan of Nintendo and Square Enix, so a little shout out to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I will take a moment just to put my little note on that, I guess. Just yesterday night, I actually was reminiscing about a game. So, did you ever get to play Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars?
I don't think so. Like, I played the last Super Mario like RPG was the one for the Game Boy Advance was the last one I played. I do have Dream World though.
Sorry, this one was back on the Super Nintendo, and I had a friend who owned it way back in the day, and he let me borrow it one time. I played just a little bit of it, just enough to get really hooked, and then he took his game back and all that stuff, and then moved away to 6 states away or something. So growing up, I remembered it, and every once in a while I would reminisce on it and want to play it, but I never could remember what it was called. Mind you, I've got a really good reason I couldn't remember what it was called. Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. As a 7-year-old kid, are you going to remember that? Really? But, so I recently figured out what it was by recently, 7 years ago or something. So I looked it up to buy it, and the cartridge is $140 for a Super Nintendo game. It's just because it's rare. Now, what happened with it was Square Enix got together with Nintendo and made it.
Yeah.
Which in itself, that's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, Square Enix, they've worked with Nintendo on a couple of them. I believe the Game Boy Advance one also might have been with Square Enix. I do know that Square Enix hooked up with Nintendo to do 3-on-3 hoops, which was really awesome. That was a basketball game. And Square Enix was the one who helped make it, as well as what was the other one? It was another sports game one that came out on the Wii that also Square Enix helped on, and they had Final Fantasy characters as well as Dragon Quest characters in it. It's you can play you could play as a ninja or a white mage, a Moogle, and stuff like that, as well as Mario, Luigi, and etc.
Dude, why did I not know about this game?
You didn't know? It's a really, really good game. It's one of my favorite sports games. Right next to the Mario, what's it called? Super Sluggers, I think it's called. It's the baseball game that was on the GameCube as well as on the Wii. By the way, one of my favorite baseball games. and it's all Nintendo related. It's like it's all Nintendo characters and all this stuff. But that one with Square Enix is one of the better ones. Like that one has you can play basketball. There's dodgeball and soccer, I believe, as well. And I forgot what the other games. There's a couple. It's hockey. That's one of them as well. But it's a really great game, and like I highly recommend if you can find it, you know, play it. You can like each sport you unlock like like the typical like ninja, I think, from like Final Fantasy 1 or 2. You know, the white mage, a Moogle, a slime from Dragon Quest, and I'm not sure what other. I think black mage as well, but I'm not sure. It's been a while since I played it.
Right.
But it's really good, and it's kind of is also kind of odd when you think about it because it's like Square Enix, better known for their RPGs, is how it got together with Nintendo to make a sports game, and it's just amazing.
Yet another reason to love Square Enix and Nintendo.
Yeah, like honestly, Square Enix has been making a lot of mistakes lately. Like you know, Final Fantasy 13 being one of them. Like seriously, 3 sequels. Like 3 parts to that game. Like 1 was enough. Like what and whatever. And like you know, they made major mistakes when Final Fantasy 14 came out. And like but when they do a game, they do it good. Like I only played 10 minutes of Bravely Default, and it's really good. Like the quality and they take everything that you could possibly like use on the 3DS to make the game more intuitive, like to immerse you into the game. Like for instance, the beginning of the game, you use this AR card, you put it on the table, right? And like when you start a new game, it tells you to put aim the camera at the AR card, and like a hologram message, from Star Wars, pretty much. Like you pull back, and then there's like the girl there, and then she's walking around like whatever room you're in, and like you move your 3DS with like around, like following her, and then like it's this whole cutscene and stuff like taking place in whatever room you did the AR card in, and it was really cool. Like I was like, oh my god, like this is so awesome. Like I've never, like as far as I know, no other game has started off a game like that.
Oh, that sounds pretty sweet, dude.
Yeah, it really is. But there was something I was going to say earlier. I really forgot. I should write down notes because I'm going to keep forgetting stuff because we have that ADD. You know, where we start talking about one thing and then we go into another thing, and then I forget what I wanted to initially talk about.
Well, I'm going to continue. Got way off topic there, but my little thing here is the Super Mario RPG going. I did not forget. Like, I love this game, dude. Like, it came out, and I couldn't find a cartridge for it. Well, they released it to the Wii eShop, so I was able to download it. I never bought a Pro controller or anything, though, because I had GameCube controllers, and, you know, for the Wii, those work.
Yeah.
But my Wii doesn't work anymore. It had issues, so moved all my data to the Wii U, and I have the game and my data on the Wii U, but I can't play because I don't have a Pro controller or anything. So it's a sad series of events for me, but I will tell you what I'd really like to see, and I know eventually they're planning to do this, and I think they already have with some games, but like having the port to where you can play it on just the gamepad. Like, I would love to buy, if I had to buy that game again, brand new, like buy it all over again, even for extra money, like, and have to restart entirely just to play it on the gamepad, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
If you told me it was on the market right now and that I could play it on the gamepad and all, like, I'd be like, oh no, okay, I'm done with the podcast, dude. I gotta go.
Dude, like, I know, like, there are just games that are like that. Like, there are games where you just gotta play them. Like, you get that urge, that that blood boiling want to play this game, and it's the best. Like, to me, it's one of the best sensations as a gamer that you could possibly have when you find that game that you just have to play.
Yep.
But I guess we should start wrapping this up. We're already at 40 minutes.
Whew, man, that went quick.
I know. Like, you see, I told, like, by the, like, when we were first talking about doing the podcast, you know, we were kind of worried about, usually our conversations take place while playing games. Like, as far as I know, I'm pretty sure Darks or Matt was playing Minecraft because I can hear doors opening and closing. So, yeah. Like, as far as I figured that we have so many conversations that I was pretty sure that we would be able to do at least 30 minutes, or, you know, with these. But 40 minutes is kind of went past what I initially wanted to do for the very first podcast, but because we needed to introduce ourselves, I was expecting it. So, I guess we will wrap this up. And do you have any last things you want to throw in there before?
Just a quick little mention of what we might do next or so. Of course, games and such, or Talkin Games. I mean, for the most part, we're going to try to orient this around games. Over the next, like, this next year looks great for games, and of course I'm stoked for a lot of the stuff that's coming out, and I'm sure we'll hype about some of this stuff, talk about any trailers and all, and that should be a lot of fun if any of you watch the trailers. I mean, seeing someone else's perspective or hearing it, as it were, like, I think this will go well for games and all. And as we mentioned earlier, we might have a news and such talk eventually, like, just have some shout outs to random stuff, random stories. So yeah, just keep your ears open for future stuff.
Yeah. Also, I want to add that I will be making a email account. I guess I'm not sure if like the name that I want to use has been taken already or not. I'm like I'm trying to, like, see if I can set up an account as we're talking. Real quick, to
get it up here.
To get it up before we sign off, because but I don't want to say a name and like,
not be right.
And it turns out that they've taken it. So okay, well, actually the one that I want to use is actually available. All right, so I guess if you have any questions that you want to ask us, and if you want to submit any ideas as to future topics that you want us to talk about, you can email us at talkin_games@yahoo.com. That's TALKIN_GAME for those of you who might not be able to spell, at yahoo.com. So,
there's going to be lots of you who can't spell. I know you.
Yeah. And if you're mad about that, send us an email, you know, rage about it, and then we will read your rage on our next podcast for everyone's entertainment.
And
so,
Dennis will mail me some crap or something, but we'll work it out.
Yeah. All right. So that is it for our podcast this week. Hopefully, we will try to keep up and post one like every weekend. But you know, like this is not a professional thing, so don't expect us to be, you know, on time with everything. But also, one last thing. Hey, if Nintendo or Square Enix people are listening and you want to sponsor us, that would be awesome.
Yeah. We love you.
All right. Well, signing off. You want to say goodbye?
Yeah. I already said peace. We're good.
All right. Later.